The Jesse Blake Sports Report with Jesse Blake.
Welcome to the Jesse Blake Sports Report, whether this is your first time here, your last time here, or somewhere in between. I appreciate that you're here today so that we can discuss Tiki Barber, the most awful man in media, speaking up against Saquan Barkley signing with the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, if you haven't been paying attention, NFL free agency has been crazy. And besides Kirk Cousins, who I think deserves his own video, Saquan Barkley has been the headline of NFL free agency and all the signings that dropped today. Russell Wilson, too, I should throw in there. Russell Wilson going to the Steelers, Kirk Cousins going to the Falcons, and then we got Saquon signing with the Eagles. The deal is 3 years worth up to $46.75 million with $26 million in guaranteed money. Before we get into the drama, let's just talk about how good the Eagles are going to be. The Eagles already have one of the best offensive lines in the National Football League. And even with Jason Kelce retiring, they're still going to have one of the best O-lines. Now they have one of the best running backs behind the best O-line with Jalen Hurts coming back, hoping to have a bounce-back season after everything was kind of really rocky with the Eagles on the latter half of last year. Hopefully we see the Super Bowl contending Eagles from 2022 and not the second half 2023 Eagles where everything fell apart. But this is a fantastic signing for them. They should easily be the front runners to win the NFC East, taking away the best running back from their rivals, the New York Giants. So, ex-Giant Tiki Barber, who had a fantastic career in his own right, has great numbers in college, goes to the Giants, has a good little run there. Funniest thing ever happens. Tiki Barber retires in 06, 07. We know what happens. The Giants win the Super Bowl without him. He goes on to criticize Manning and Tom Coughlin, who coached that team that knocked off the undefeated Patriots, disparaging them and Eli's talent and Coughlin's play calling and all of that nonsense. He gets torched by Giants fans in the years following. Nobody likes him. He gets booed when he goes back to a Giants game a couple of years after retirement. He enters the media. NBC doesn't pick him up after he starts dating an intern there while his wife is pregnant with twins. They go through a messy divorce. He marries this intern who was 23 and he was well into his 30s. Messy post-football career for Tiki Barber. Very unliked. Now he's a radio personality on WFAN. And today he went after Saquon Barkley, the former Giant, now Eagle, for signing with the Philadelphia Eagles. He said this on his radio show. He's dead to us now. You're dead to us, Saquon. Good luck. You're dead to me. Saquon Barkley did not let those comments slide. He went right back after Tiki Barber. And that is why we love the NFL. There is always news, there is always drama, and no one is afraid of anything. This is what Saquon Barkley had to say in response to Tiki Barber. You have been a hater since I got to New York. All the dead to me talk, don't smile in my face when you see me. Saquon is standing on business. He wants all the smoke when Tiki comes and sees him in his face when Saquon makes his return to New York. You absolutely love to see it. I don't know how you don't look at this whole situation and not side with Saquon Barkley. Tiki Barber is a career hater. What he does is he makes a life out of hating and being an awful guy. And nobody, if you're a reputable New York Giants fan, you are not following Tiki Barber into the trenches. You say, Saquon, thank you for your time here. You did great for us. It sucks you're going across to the Eagles. We're going to boo you when you come to town because we don't cheer Eagles, but you did great when we were here, and we're not siding with Tiki. You're not dead to us, but we're not going to cheer for you. That's how you respectfully treat Saquon if you're a Giants fan right now. You don't side with Tiki Barber, one of the most awful people in media running. And to close this out, Lamar Jackson got in on the action, which was pretty funny on Twitter. Geno Stone, a DB for the Ravens, signed with the Bengals today in free agency. And on the signing announcement, Lamar Jackson tweeted, at Geno Stone, you're dead to us, you're dead to me, exclamation point. Thank you, Lamar. Very funny. Love to see that. That's it for me right now. Look out for my Kirk Cousins video where we got to talk about how Kirk Cousins got a lot of money for winning one playoff game and for being very old and having a torn ACL. So that's a curious decision. Falcons, not really sure what's going on there. That's it for me. Good night from Toronto.
And that is how it's done.
The Jesse Blake Sports Report with Jesse Blake.
Jesse Blake, the guy that likes to hear his name twice in one sentence. Sure, I know him. No, he doesn't have an ego at all.